Alright, Shalom, Kohala, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Krokadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, the head apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and salutations to the Yakim out there in the highways and byways, noise in this world abroad all around the world. I want to get into this topic here. It's gonna be called knowledge, because it was said in the book of Daniel, chapter 12, well, in these last days that we're in, that knowledge would start to increase, and we're in that time of knowledge increasing, and mainly I want to talk about the technology that's been, gradually getting better, after year, because back then we didn't have cars, or we didn't have anything like, houses where, you have generators, the heating systems, all the sewer systems and electricity and, hot water, these pipes, these trucks, these buses, airplanes, so, those things, we didn't have those back then, so this knowledge is continually increasing. Knowledge is just continually increasing, and not to mention, the payments, things that we pay for. First we had cash and coins and gold and silver, but now it just gradually just went changed to, from the Federal Reserve notes onto, credit cards, then onto debit cards. I want to just give my personal thing. Before, when we was taking the bus, you would pay your fare, in the amount of dollars or whatever, or how you was paying your fare. You would ask the bus driver for a transfer, and the bus driver automatically gave you a transfer, and then you was able to transfer to another bus after you got to your stop, to catch another bus. You was able to give the bus driver that transfer after you pay your fare. But now you got the technology of the trolley card. Now they introduced the trolley card, and now you can upload money on the trolley card, and you just tap your card, and the trolley card, and the card is embedded with the RFID, RFID system, RFID reading system, where you can just tap the card and it'll just read the card and debit the money off the card, and automatically you'll get the transfer on the card, so you don't have to ask the bus driver for a transfer anymore. You can just simply just get off your stop and go on another bus and just tap your card again, and the transfer is there. That's that knowledge increasing. Nowadays, nowadays you got your debit card. You got your debit card with the chip on it already. The RFID chip on the debit card already. So now you start to see things graduating more and more, just like with the EBT card system. With the EBT, before it started off with the paper, then it gradually went to the card. It gradually went to the card. Then from the card, you'll have the chip on the card, And before you know it, it's only a matter of time. Well, they already have it now on gas stations and things like that, in Walgreens. I was just in Walgreens the other day. The clerk at the when I was purchasing my food or whatever I was getting at the time, I don't remember. But when I was purchasing something, They told me not to insert the card. I no longer have to insert the card anymore. I can just use the chip and tap it on the chipping system, and automatically the food is already paid for just by just tapping that chip, instead of just leaving it in there or inserting it, and just typing the numbers up. I can now just, tap the put the card, because the rating system with the chip on it, it already has the RFID chip already on your debit cards already, So this RFID chip, is not too far away. Before it's only a matter of time, which they're already doing it now, in certain parts of the world where where employees are getting chipped, it's only a matter of time before it's mass produced, where everybody's required to take that chip, because they already have it, because they're doing it gradually right now, because they already have the chip embedded on your cards, on your debit card, and by that time, when the clerk at the Walgreens, had that chip system, the RFID reading chip system, he told me I no longer have to just put the insert the card in the machine and unlock the card. I could just that chip, I could just tap it on that thing, and boom, it's already paid for with the chip that's already embedded on the debit card. So that's that knowledge, increasing, and it gradually increases and increases and increases. So let me get the book of Daniel chapter 12 verse 4. And this is the last days that Daniel is talking about here. And it says, "But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book even to the time of the end. Many shall run and fo. Many shall run to and for, and knowledge shall be increased." You see, knowledge is being increased right before our very eyes, even with these cars. You got the smart cars now, where you got the touch screens, with our cell phones. You see, there was a time, where it started off with pagers, then it led to cell phones. Then, it just gradually went to smartphones now, Now you got a built-in TV on your smartphone. You can watch TV on your smartphone. You could do videos off your smartphone and everything. So this knowledge is increasing, but mainly I want to focus on that RFID microchip, because that's what's hot in the news right now. That's what's hot. And now more than ever, we're talking about the chip, because we're in the time of the chip where Esau is going to require everybody to take that chip. And yes, the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast. For your information, anybody teaching otherwise is a false prophet, and they don't got the spirit on them, But mainly that chip, because ultimately that chip is already on your bank card, your debit card, and ultimately they want to put that chip in the right hand or in the forehead, where everything all in one is going to be on that chip. That's what they want to make it, a one world order, New world order, so to say. That's the new world order that Esau is setting up, That's Esau's enterprise. So it doesn't make sense that the RFID microchip is talking about it's sin, or it's an embargo, or it's Christianity, Because those are philosophies. How are you going to insert Christianity or anything of that magnitude? What does that got to do with, the mark of the beast, Because the scripture says, He causes both small and great, rich and poor, free and bonds, to receive a mark in the right hand or in the forehead. A mark in the right hand or in the forehead. So how can you receive sin or, or an embargo or Christianity in the right hand or in the forehead? It doesn't make any sense. It's talking about an object, which is the RFID microchip. Because the scripture says, if you read on, that ye may not buy or sell unless ye have the mark of the beast in you. And Aaron Russo already leaked it out and said, that that all that information will be on that chip, because he had that meeting with Nick Rockefeller, one of the top elite banking families of the world. He heard it from the horse's mouth. He got it from the horse's mouth. So who the hell are you to say that the mark of the beast is not the chip? You're completely out of your fucking mind. Because everything is going to be linked on that chip. Everything about you is going to be linked in that chip, Your finances, everything is going to be linked in that chip. And it says, ye shall not buy or sell. Because the chip is already on your debit cards already. I know those that are teaching against it, I know they have a debit card with a chip on it. And I'm pretty sure when they went to the store to purchase some food or whatever, or Walgreens, that, one of the clerks had told them you don't need to insert the thing in the in the slot anymore. You could just tap the RFID reading system, and you're good to go. The chip is already right there on your debit card. But now they want to put it in the right hand or in the forehead, where, all your information, all in one could be on, which it goes back to their one world order, the new world order, where everything, about you is all in one, because all that chip is that everything, everything, your information, your medical history, everything is all wrapped up and is all wrapped up in one, in one device. You could have all the information all in one and within that chip, which goes back to Esau's one world order, So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakwakadash. Double honors to the head apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the Yakim out there on the highways and byways, knows in this world abroad around the world. Until then, I want to say shalom.